Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watch You Want, and thanks for logging on. Today, we're looking at the Breguet Marine Grande Dot, reference 5817ST. You can see this 39mm Breguet Marine on our website, watchyouwant.com. Purchase it there if you like. And if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Watch You Want Inc. Now you can see on my wrist 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters in circumference. This modern 5817ST is the face of Breguet sports watches. Teased at the end of 2004 and unveiled officially in 2005, this watch has endured because it was born right. 39mm across the round of the case with discrete crown guards. It does have an impressive 50mm span from extremity of lug to opposite extremity, but it's nice and thin as a true upscale watch should be. 12mm in total. You can see the unique double-stepped bezel gives this watch excellent compatibility with a dress cuff or a tight sleeve. And with a essentially black and white two-tone coloration, this is a very versatile watch whether you're wearing formal or informal attire. It's also 100-meter water resistant, so if you want to strip down to a suit, a bathing suit that is, you can easily take this one to the beach or pool. Now you can see that because of the downturn of the lugs, the watch has impressive lateral span, but it's compatible with a smaller wrist. If your wrist is as small as 14 centimeters, I believe you'll wear this watch with great security and no lug overlap. I want to emphasize that the strap is of the quality you would expect of a manufacturer like Breguet. It's natural vulcanized rubber, and it is of outstanding quality. You can see there's a great deal of texture and visual articulation, but then on the bottom, it has another gear. Impressive embossed relief channels for moisture, for sweat, for grit that might be trapped against the wrist if you are wearing this 100-meter water-resistant watch as intended. Now the clasp is almost Baroque in design. You can see it has the profile of a traditional pin buckle, so when it's actually buckled, it does look like a traditional low-profile pin and buckle, but it has the security of a fully finished, fully polished, substantial single deployant clasp. So this isn't going to fall off when you're putting it on or taking it off. Now driving towards the center, the watch head itself, you can see the full aesthetic integration of the strap and the case such that one flows into the other. It has the coherence of a full bracelet watch, but with the easy wearing flexibility of a strap. Now you also notice that in high quality fashion, emblematic of the way Breguet does things, the strap is fixed by threaded and screwed in lug bars, so the bars through the lugs actually retain without the interference of spindly spring pins that can somehow and sometimes undermine the security of a watch on the wrist if it's heavy, if it's sports oriented, or if it's being used during periods of intense activity. This is the best way to assemble a sports watch, and you'll note many of the upscale manufacturers in the high horology segment build their watches in this fashion. You'll also note the cold rolled coining on the flanks of the case. The cold rolled coining is a modern Breguet signature. It's a largely cold-forged method of impregnating these striations into the flanks of the case that are then hand-finished. So these aren't simply milled out, and they're far more resilient in terms of finish and durability than if they were simply milled. Now the dial is a mixture of past and present. You can see the highly stylized Roman numerals. Across a brushed metallic grain hour track, you can see the classic Nautilus pattern rose engine or rose lathe guilloche at center. You can see the signature Breguet hands, emblematic of the mark since the days of the master himself in the late 18th and early 19th centuries. But it is fully loomed. You do have the ability to see this watch in low or no light. It is, after all, a sports reference. And you have one of the most practical date displays, the double-digit Grande date. Easy to see, easy to adjust with a quick-set date function. If you're going to have a date on a sports watch, you may as well have a Grande date. And of course, all of the detailing is exactly what you would expect of Breguet. This is one of the few sports watches that I would recommend examining as closely on the front with a loop as on the display case back. And you can see how small styling elements, including the crown guards themselves, are carefully thought out and elaborated to give this watch distinctive character, to show that the designers went above the norm for the segment when envisioning this piece. And on the case back, you can see the gorgeous, comparably guilloche cut winding rotor in 18-karat gold. You can see what's known as the Breguet caliber 517 GG, 35 joules, 4 hertz. It has a 65-hour power reserve thanks to twin mainspring barrels, which you can see peeking out from under the barrel bridges. It's beautifully finished, and it is provided by Swatch Group High Horology partner Frédéric Piguet. So all of the anglage is mirror shine. All of the screws have channeled interiors. They have chamfered slots. They have radiused circumference. You can see the Côte de Genève across the bridges themselves, linear in this case. And you can see that each screw and jewel countersink glistens just like the anglage edges of the bridges themselves. This is a high horology movement for a high horology watch. You can see this versatile Breguet Marine reference 5817ST on our website, watchyouwant.com.